Hi folks, welcome back to the Barley Hopper. My name's Carl. I'm your host. Today we're doing another beer tasting. Today we've got Hardwood Cuvee Peach. This is white wine barrel aged peach triple ale. A friend of mine, my good friend Dan, gave me this. Dan's he's a colleague and also a friend, and he gave me this as a graduation gift. I recently got a new degree because apparently I wasn't educated enough and had to smarten myself up a little. So he gave me this as a gift, and I'm really excited to try it. Normally I don't go for fruit beers, but this is a triple ale. This is a Belgian style triple, and so that's a style that I love to make. It's a style I love to drink. I love the flavors that the yeast bring out. Now this is 9% alcohol by volume, 25 IBU. We're going to have a whole video about IBU and what it means. And it's 750 milliliters. It's corked. So you know it's some fancy stuff. And what they say about it, Hardwood Cuvee Peach is artfully blended by our barrel master from small batches of peach triple aged in white wine barrels at varying levels of maturation from 3 months to more than a year. The resulting beer is beautifully complex with yeast-driven stone fruit esters that harmonize with juicy peach undertones. This sparkling refresher offers a pleasantly dry finish with the slightest hint of vanilla from the toasted French oak barrels. And so it calls it peach triple, but apparently the peach is not from fruit. Stone fruit. Yeah, so it's the peach is from the esters from the yeast, and the way that works, esters. So a lot of times you see this in wine too. You get this kind of taste of something odd, or it might be butter, it might be, in this case, some fruity tastes. Sometimes that's from fruit. Sometimes that's from some specific ingredient, but a lot of times that's from the yeast. As in this case. And if you go get a regular triple ale, and if you're in the DC area, you want to come by and have a triple ale that's really awesome, I'll give you a taste. But if you get a regular triple ale, or even like a quad or a double or whatever, these Belgian ales, you get this awesome flavor. And it's this yeasty, weird flavor, and it's delicious. And that's generally from the yeast, not from some other ingredient. So what I did is whenever you have a bottle like this with a cork in it, you should store it on its side so the cork doesn't dry out. I did that, and then I was ready to have it a few weeks ago. I was going to make a video on it, and I picked it up, and it was all cloudy. There's a bunch of stuff in the bottom, mostly yeast. And it was, of course, all over the side, and it made a big mess in the bottle. So I decided to store it upright for a couple weeks. And that's why I can feel it moving now. But you should be able to do this by hand, ideally. It was not much of a pop. The cork is nice and wet. I know it's been stored on its side. Man, what a wonderful sound. So you will not see this in this video, but what you do when you have a beer like this, it has a lot of sediment in the bottom, that's almost always yeast. And what you do is when you pour it out and you're getting to the bottom of the bottle, just give it a little swirl and then pour the rest in the glass. There's too much of that to fit in this glass. So you won't be able to see me do that. But that's what you do when you get a beer that has a lot of yeast sediment in it. Because that yeast sediment, it's good for you, and it's tasty. It's high in vitamin B, which is one of the fighters of hangovers. So beer is actually the cause and solution to one of life's problems. So look at that color. That's a good amber color, kind of a light amber. It smells great. It doesn't smell like much, but it's got a little fruity scent and malty. So let me give it a taste. That is really good. It does have a very peachy flavor. Man, I could sip this all night. And apparently I opened a 750 milliliter bottle, so that's probably what I'm going to be doing. This is a good sipping beer. Again, not my usual thing. When I first looked at it, I thought, oh, it's got a bunch of peach pulp in it or something. It's not. It doesn't. All that peach flavor is from the esters in the yeast. And again, that's from storing the yeast, or storing the beer rather, at a high temperature or a low temperature. So the yeast are a little bit stressed out, and they're making these funny estery flavors. And sometimes it's from the beer. So when I make beer, I make 5 gallons at a time. You don't get this in that volume, but if you're making like 20 barrels of beer and you've got all that weight pressing down on the yeast, it can stress the yeast significantly, and it makes interesting flavors. Yeast is a really funny thing. It's not quite an animal, not quite a plant. No one really knows what to do with it in terms of categorizing it biologically. And it does stuff that we don't completely understand. At least not, mere mortals like I do not understand. But I digress. Anyway, I give this a solid 4.5. So that's halfway between Daddy Like and Beergasm. So you got your Daddy Like at 4, your Beergasm at 5. Right in the middle is the Hardwood Cuvee Peach. So thanks for joining us. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel. We're trying to do 2 videos a week, maybe 1, maybe 3. I'm a wild card. You never know what I'm going to do. So follow us on Untapped. Follow us on Instagram. Both those sites, The Barley Hopper. Follow us on Facebook. 3 words, The Barley Hopper. You'll find us. Don't worry. Come on by. Have a beer. And hope you'll join us next time. I guess I'll be joining you too, because that's what I said initially. And look forward to seeing you then. Until then, keep drinking beer. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Remember, if it tastes good, it is good. Cheers.